The United Nations Security Council convened to discuss the escalating humanitarian crisis in Ukraine, where civilians continue to suffer from intensified Russian attacks. UN officials warned of rising casualties, devastation of infrastructure, and the deepening humanitarian crisis as winter sets in.
Briefing the Security Council, UN top humanitarian official Lisa Dalton warned that civilians in Ukraine are bearing the brunt of escalating Russian attacks, with casualties rising sharply.
Dozens of civilians have been killed in recent attacks in the regions of Zaporizhia, Donetsk, Kharkiv, Kherson, joining the thousands whose lives have already been claimed by this brutal war. Last month, long-range weapons killed 65 civilians and injured 372 across 11 regions of Ukraine, double the number of October.
Dalton reported that, according to UNDP, more than 60% of energy facilities are damaged, leaving millions without utilities as winter approaches. The conflict also hampers humanitarian access, with 1.5 million civilians in territories under Russian control cut off from aid.
We're extremely concerned about the plight of an estimated 1.5 million civilians in need of support in the parts of the regions of Donetsk, Kherson, Luhansk, Zaporizhia, under Russian Federation occupation. We remain unable to reach these people at any adequate scale.
In response, Russia's permanent representative to the United Nations criticized Ukraine for rejecting a ceasefire and prisoner exchange while accusing its leadership of prolonging the crisis.
The
Ukrainian leadership past its expiration date doesn't want to resolve the situation. They repudiated Hungary's proposal to introduce a Christmas ceasefire and an exchange of prisoners. The Zelensky regime once again categorically rejected to take over the 600 servicemen who have been in Russia for more than a year.
Ukraine's permanent representative fired back, highlighting recent strikes in Zaporizhia, where a guided aerial bomb killed 11 people, including 2 children. He also condemned Russia's relentless attacks on energy facilities.
President, last Friday's strike was the 12th carried out by Russia against our energy infrastructure in 2024 alone. For these strikes, Russia used about 1,100 missiles, both cruise and ballistic ones. I reiterate, this is the number of missiles launched against energy facilities only.
As the Security Council deliberates, the war in Ukraine shows no signs of abating. With winter approaching, the humanitarian crisis deepens, leaving millions at risk as calls for ceasefires and peace remain unanswered.